I have been not eating animals now for 53 years.
And if you're eating animal products, how it's detrimental to our health. That's actually pretty well, explained. The literature is there over the last decades.
These responsibilities do not extend only to the poor and suffering in the human realm, but also to the animal kingdom.
Can we please put our hands together for Marly Winckler, Thao, Saurabh Dalal, Alejandro Vegetez, Aris Latham from IVU team.
So myself, I have been not eating animals now for 53 years. 53 years. And back in my days, the word vegan was not an active word. We called ourselves vegetarians. And even from back then and up to today, I still hear that I am ahead of my time. Sounds like a joke. My time is right now. I cannot be ahead of myself. Maybe the vegans are late, okay? Because before vegan, there was ahimsa. Yes, remember that word? Okay? There's also been the Essenes. So you have people that are eating lacto-ovo and call themselves vegetarians. So many people drop that terminology, vegetarian, but I am still a vegetarian. And I do not accept labels per se. What is a vegan? Many of you call yourself vegans, but I think you're an insult to the word. Because yes, it is about animal rights, but it does not stop there. And it's just not stop on your plate. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. So many of us are vegans, but we're using cosmetics that have urine in it. Yes, animal urine. Some of us drink Red Bull and it has bull sperm in it, and we call ourselves a vegan. Some of us wearing minks and leathers and a lot of other things that we call a vegan. Veganism is about animal rights. I respect animal rights, but animal rights begin with me. I am an animal. And I am one of the most endangered species on the planet. Human beings, we are an endangered species of animals. And we have to defend and protect ourselves. And if I defend my life as an animal, looking for my rights, and I don't eat on the other mouth, then they don't have to worry about me. Because I don't eat any animal that will chase me down or run away from me. And also, naturally, I have respect for the trees. Because equally as being an animal, I am also a tree. I'm just a tree that can walk, that can move. And I still occupy my space as a tree on this planet. So eating all non-animals for 53 years, and I invented a cuisine, so I don't eat cooked food for 47 years, and I'm not raw foodist. That also is a very insulting word. To call the work of the sun raw food, it is not raw. Lettuce is not raw. Tomatoes are not raw. It's cooked by the sun. The sun is the only chef on this planet. I am not a chef. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and I really look forward to coming back to India and sharing more about more life with you, because it is not the food in your life, but the life in your food that actually nourishes and sustains life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you in this beautiful country. I'm going to be brief. Okay? I'm going to be brief. As already mentioned, my name is Alejandro Ayala Polanco, and I have come from a faraway country called Chile. I'm a professional writer, and my books are currently published by 2 publishers in Chile. The topic of my books is respect towards animals, and I have expressed it in various literary genres, such as essays, short stories, poetry, and drama. Today, I just want to invite you to a lecture on anti-speciesist literature that I will give on Saturday, November 4th in Ahmedabad at the University of Gujarat. In that lecture, I will show you some of the books I have published. Here are some of them. Veganism Explained to Children. And this one, maybe you are going to be immediately curious. make love with vegans. So I'm going to show some of my books, and I will present some ideas I have developed about anti-speciesist literature. Among other things, I will present the definition I have created.
So, I'm Saurabh Dalal, and I was born here in Mumbai, so this is wonderful for me to come back, and so it's such a great pleasure to be here and the city of my birth. And I did move to the United States when I was very young, and also raised in the Jain tradition, and so Ahimsa was very, very important for me, and of course all the 5 principles, the French ruts. So I live in the Washington, D.C. area, but I also live in New York City, and so I'm going to give you some updates of what's been happening in the United States. And the first one basically is the idea that veganism in the United States and North America has really entered the mainstream. And so, 2030, I became vegan in 1991, and for me it was the best decision I made for myself. Before that, I was raised vegetarian. I didn't have to make the choice. My parents made that choice for me. But being vegan was a choice, and it's the best decision I made for myself. And notice from what happened 30 years ago to today, is today you find anything you need in all the big cities. So basically we feel that veganism is part of the mainstream. We're still a very, very small percentage, but we're a very low vocal percentage, and we're spreading across all the media outlets. You'll see so many stories. I'll talk about this in a moment here. But rather than being fringe, we are part of the mainstream, and most people nowadays understand that we're vegan. All professions, you see people who are vegan. So, the traditional professions, all of those, and then I'll talk about celebrities in a moment here. So really it's moving into the mainstream. It's really part of the mainstream today. Of course, the reasons for being vegan, there's always this 3 that we have, but there's many more than that. So they do it for personal health, they do it for the planet and the planetary health, they do it for the animals, of course, because of nonviolence and ethics. But there's also reasons of spirituality, global hunger, and there's so many reasons why people choose to be vegan. And each of these are really important. So I think it's the urgency, why we need to do it today, why it's easier than ever before. And in the United States, you can actually do it without really any problems at all. So the reasons are varied. I think animal issues was always there, and the health issues. We've seen a lot more, scientific data, a lot of literature about the connections of plant diets and vegan diets and health, positive health relationships. And if you're eating animal products, how it's detrimental to our health. That's actually pretty well, explained. The literature is there over the last decades. I think in the last 5 or 10 years, we really had to push on environmentalism and kind of making those connections. Even though it's been there for a long time, how do we get rid of any suffering, any exploitation, any abuse of animals? We actually do this with plant foods. And AI has a big role, and it will continue to play a greater role as long as we have large data that we can mine and use that data to come up with good formulations. Another area is organizations and the evolution of organizations. And so I'm going to stop there and say thank you very much.
Well, I will present a little bit about IVU now. Okay, so we are in our 48th IVU World Vegan Festival. This time it will be here in Mumbai. In Mumbai, we are actually visiting this vegan festival. Okay. So thank you for coming. Thank you, Vignesh, for hosting us and his team also. I know it is a lot of work to put together to organize such an event. So thank you very much. This is the first meeting, just a few people, but it was already international. We went back to Dresden, where IVU was founded. I think Nandita was there, and Saurabh, yeah. So we have a long history. The first 15 years we stayed only in Europe. We went to all these places, and then suddenly India called us, and we came to India in 1957. It was the first IVU event outside Europe, and it was a very, very good event. Yeah, here we had in the opening of this event, which happened in Delhi, Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. We had the President of India and the Dalai Lama, and many known people were there, ministers and all that. Yes. So Rukmini stated in 1957, she said, "We often talk about the rights of man and the freedom of the individual, but we forget that besides rights, man also has responsibilities. These responsibilities do not extend only to the poor and suffering in the human realm, but also to the animal kingdom, which is even more helpless and in need of kindness and compassion. Even the vegetarian, this is important, relies heavily on animals for milk, butter, ghee, and other dairy products. Often the cow that provides milk and certainly the bull end up in the slaughterhouse." Okay, so in 1957, there were already one vegan society in India. You can see the picture there. We don't know much about this. If someone has some information, please send us. But we have this picture. So there were one vegan society in India at that time. So India has some vegan organizations since many time. And now, of course, we have several vegan organizations and fairs and all kind of the other. This is a nice thing. That things are different everywhere. It depends on those who are organizing. They put emphasis in one thing. Some people from more emphasis in animal rights, the others on food or nutrition. Because we have many aspects in our cause that we can attract people to it. Because, as I say, we go out of a vicious circle to a virtual circle when we become vegan. And so, goodbye. I want to thank all of you who came, and in spite of this noise, as a waiver, you stay here, listen to me, my poor English, but anyway, I'm trying my best. And so now, I want to say to you that the 49 IVU World Vegan Festival will be in
Saigon, Vietnam
yeah.
Yes.
in 2026.
I don't have this. Okay, I can check.
See you in Vietnam.
So I'm very happy when Witness, my friend, who organized this festival, YVCare Earth Festival, invite me. So he gave me opportunity to stay here, speak out about me and vegan topics, report IVUs of IVU status, IVU vegan certification, and for more information about how is veganism going in Vietnam. So about vegan topic today, I want to talk about wisdom of equality, also known as in the Sanskrit Samatha Jnana. I like the Buddha name Ratna Sambhava Tathagata. This Buddha represents the wisdom of equality, known in Sanskrit as Samatha Jnana. The wisdom of equality, when applied to all species, means recognizing and respecting all living beings, not just humans, but also other animals, as having equal value and right to live. This means we should value every creature. Next, I will introduce about IVU vegan certification. This is the global scale vegan certification that IVU allow me lesson in Vietnam. So this is the demonstration vegan choice, our name. We choose the vegan choice, our name. So this is the pilot project. I will make it the demo in the Vietnam first, Asia first thing, and we span this in Latin America and Europe. So we very welcome the international come to the Vietnam who want to do the business, vegan business in Vietnam, take part in the part of vegan choice. Yes, because IVU is the oldest vegetarian organization in the world. We should be and we must be have vegan choice. That's why. Furthermore, my student will provide the detail report the vegetarian and vegan status in Vietnam, a complete overview of Vietnam development trend in the veganism direction.
So, first of all, we would like to say thank you for IVU had, especially Miss Marly and all the members of the consultant to give us a big chance to make a move forward in the near future, and always welcome all the business enterprise international will come to Vietnam to make the business in the near future. Thank you. So first of all, we'd like to say hello and welcome, and this is the overview, the overall pictures of Vietnam. So why do the people become vegetarians? So we have a research for the reason due to the religion, just around 40%. Yeah. 26% for other reasons, 8% for good food, 4% for the environment, and 21% is for health. And I mean, the race, another reason to come more common, and our percentage go to the vegetarians. So it means we would like to always welcome all the enterprise to come to Vietnam to say your voice, to raise awareness to Vietnamese people, because we always to make a move, the big move to raise awareness of the people. Go vegan. The last one, we would like to welcome all of you. We have a big move, and I would like to invite all of you to invite to Ho Chi Minh City. Welcome to Vietnam for the 49th IVU World Vegan Festival in Vietnam. Thank you so much.
IVU World Vegan Festival.
Officially, I am passing the flag to Thao. Okay.
Yes.
Can we have a huge round of
Welcome to
applause?
Vietnam. The next festival, our festival.
Absolutely. Yes, so we hope
in Vietnam.
to see you in Vietnam.
Yeah, in Vietnam. See you.
And with that, thank you so much, International Vegetarian Union, for sharing your 48th meet with YVCare Earth Festival. Once again, we hope you have a lovely time at India, Mumbai City, and on behalf of YVCare, we thank the entire team of IVU. Thank you, our esteemed dignitary, international dignitaries, Marly Winckler, Thao, Saurabh Dalal, Aris Latham, and Aris Latham, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.